Omo-Buneni in Diaspora Commission 10-kilometer perimeter fence around Flora Azikiwe Model Comprehensive Secondary School. Oka community mobilizes late former Vice President Dr. Ekwueme. And on the foreign scene, terrorists criticized Kenya government over visa-free entry policy. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has reiterated the need for individuals and communities to synergize with the administration to help government alleviate the issue of resource constraint. Governor Soludo stated this when he commissioned a 1.5-kilometer road in Uragali Osiko community, Abo, in Orumba North local government area, built by community leader and philanthropist Chief Aloysius Okoyenta. We have details of this report from our studio.
Governor, public-private community partnership in the state will fast-track development, assuring of the commitment of his administration to engender development in Anambra communities, including Obo, especially through the construction of 2 primary health centers equipped with staff, solar power, and telemedicine potentials, while commending Chief Okoyenta for aligning with his administration's PPCP initiative by building the road for his community. Governor Soludo stressed that it is the best way to develop the grassroots. The governor also spoke about the government's free education policy in public schools, free antenatal and delivery services in public hospitals, and also recalled the story of a woman from Obo who gave birth to quadruplets through cesarean section, free of cost.
So that I am to confirm that you are a community leader, a philanthropist, a road builder, scholarship giver, building home for widows. Then menka. Sina ekuye ni iri ekonondo. Oboro nwa ewere debe brochure. And that's where the brochure kita. So si kwe ekonondo. Then for the glory of God, you get more. You get 100 times more than you have done. And the great Lord will replenish your pocket millions of times over. In the glory of God, I got this step.
Also speaking, Chief Okoyenta revealed that he was driven by the governor's call for participation in grassroots development by all and sundry. The President General of Obo Progressive Union, Mr. Emmanuel Ugochukwu, appreciated the governor for appointing Mr. Ernest Ezaje as Chief of Staff and pledged to keep supporting his administration. The event was attended by the Principal Secretary to the Governor, Barrister Joaquin Aneto, Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofo, Commissioner for Environment, Dr. Felix Odemegu, Transition Committee Chairman for Orumba North Council Area, Engineer Ogochukwu Ekwueme, among others.
History was made at Flora Azikiwe Model Comprehensive Secondary School, Neni, and Ocha Lekki government area, when an over 10-kilometer perimeter fence built by Omo-Buneni in Diaspora was commissioned. The commissioning, which attracted the illustrious sons and daughters of Neni, also attracted the State Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude, the Secretary, Postal Primary School Service Commission, Mrs. Benedict Anago, among other dignitaries. Emengene Osadabe was there for the ABS and filed in this report.
Speaking at the event, the chairman on the occasion, Chief Simeon Eyisi, commended Omo-Buneni in Diaspora for hearkening to the clarion call of Akuluono of Governor Chukwuma Soludo administration, saying that many people are encouraged by this gesture, calling on the male folks to emulate them, while advising the students to face their studies seriously for them to excel in life.
They surprised us, and we all cheers for what they have done. Feel encouraged, and also asking our men in diaspora to come and pick what they or do more. That's what we're expecting now.
The State Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude, who was overwhelmed by the quality of job done and the time frame in which the project was completed, described it as a thing of joy that the children are safe and are learning in a conducive environment. Professor Chuma Ude, who noted that the state government is taking charge of all community schools in the state to make them smart schools, called on other Umuadas in various parts of the state to emulate this kind gesture.
So I want to thank this woman for standing far above every other women in Anambra, for coming back home, and for knowing that their children will go to school.
The principal of the school, Lady Maureen Madabuchi, who gave a brief history of when the school was founded with 60 students in 1965, stated that the school has been going through a series of challenges, which lack of fencing is one of them, thereby making the school vulnerable to burglary and other illegal activities. Lady Maureen enumerated various self-help efforts made to fence the school, all to no avail, until Umuokpu Nneni in diaspora waded into the matter and completed the fencing, expressing gratitude to God and same to the women, and prayed God to bless them.
My heart, if open, found Umuokpu Nneni in diaspora written in block letters.
The president, Umuokpu Nneni in diaspora, Dr. Mrs. Henrietta Okoro, and her vice president, Lolo Veji Ezife, thanked the State Commissioner for Education for being part of the event, while commending all that contributed to make their dream a reality, especially the coordinator, Nneni Development Initiative Group, NDIG, Engineer Paul Enidom, for his tireless effort to see that the project was completed in a record time, and advised the students to make the sky their limit by studying hard, adding that their determination, perseverance, and hard work should be their key to success. In their separate speeches, the President General, Nneni Town Union, Sir Chris Ikebudu, and the coordinator, NDIG, Engineer Enidom, commended the women for their initiative, describing the feat as giving back to the society, adding that it is in line with the private-public partnership initiative of Governor Chukwuma Soludo administration. Speakers upon speakers eulogized the women for the laudable project and urged other sons and daughters of Anambra to emulate this gesture. High point of the event was commissioning of the project and inspection of the perimeter fencing by the State Commissioner for Education, Professor Chuma Ude, in company of other dignitaries. From Nneni, Anocha local government area, Emengino Sarebe, ABS News.
Isolo community in Orumbasa local government area has celebrated the last Ofala festival of their traditional ruler, Igwe Felix Maduka, held at Ibanwojuku Primary School field. The last Ofala festival, according to the people's culture, ended the reign of the traditional ruler who joined his ancestors on April 26, 2023, after ruling for a few years. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata completes the report.
Igwe Felix Maduka departed at the age of 69 as the festival attracted people from all walks of life, including his fellow traditional rulers and business associates, among others. The festival turned out to be a sort of carnival as various groups from quarters and villages, clad in different costumes, displayed their cultural prowess. Addressing the community, the chairman, Traditional Rulers Council in Orumba South local government area, Igwe Bernard Emejo of Eziago, urged the community to maintain peace until a new traditional ruler is carefully elected. The President General of Isulo Development Union, Mr. Onyeka Eze, and one of the members of Igwe's cabinet, Chief Chinwoba Maduako, praised the late Igwe Maduka for his philanthropy and relative peace during his reign, expressing regret that he did not celebrate his first Ofala, but now he is celebrating his last Ofala.
Last Ofala for him today. Well, though short-lived, he was a great man, a philanthropist. Within the period he reigned, we enjoyed relative peace. His impact cannot be overemphasized.
In an interview, chairman of the festival steering committee, Dr. Samuel Ogwabwaka, and Palace Secretary, Chief Eric Olendi, acknowledged Igwe Maduka's contribution to the community and his role in attracting investments.
We serve the community faithfully to the best of our ability. We Isulo developed, we changed Isulo from the way he made it
Responding, the wife of the late traditional ruler, Lady Stella Madoka, and son, Prince Felix, described him as a visionary leader with unfulfilled dreams for the community, lamenting the loss of a great king.
Great kingdom of just adding fruitfulness to our nation. So very sad that he's gone, but it's his legacy and just keep on.
The festival showcased various masquerades, concluding with the son's performance in honor of the late traditional ruler.
Mrs. Uchenna Edith, a god of Neni in Anocha Leku government area, has been initiated into the prestigious Otuado Society of Neni Ancient Kingdom. Mrs. Agord, an Atlanta-based mother of 6 children and 6 grandchildren, was initiated into the Otuado Society, which is the highest chieftaincy title for women in Igbo land, just like the Ozo title for the male counterpart, following her love and support to our immediate and extended families, as well as the larger society. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
A woman to be worthy to be bestowed with the prestigious title, she must be someone who is truthful, loving, and supportive to her family and the society in general. And all these virtues were found in Mrs. Agord, hence her conferment with the title. Speaking to the ABS shortly after being initiated, Mrs. Agord, with the title name Eyom Nkemjiaka, expressed happiness in taking the title and disclosed that she decided to take the title because of her love for Igbo culture and encouraged in the Igbo, especially those that are shying away from their culture and tradition, to embrace and promote their culture, which according to her is their identity.
Ihe na-enye ndị na-eto eto bụ ka ha ghara irozi ebe ha si. Mana okenye na-agwa nwatakịrị okwu, ị ga-abụkwa n'onye ọ ga na-ene anya na-eṅomi. Obi dị m mma inne, obi dị m nnọọ mma. Enwere ways ndị mmadụ a ga-esi na-enye aka, adị ebe a ka obi ibu. Charity begins at home.
For the husband of the new title holder in Neni community, Chief Okechinyelugo Agord, his wife Eyom Nkemjiaka deserved the honor as she has been a blessing to his family and the larger society, and have continued to prove her mettle as a virtuous woman through prioritization of her family's happiness and welfare of the society over anything else.
So she has been a very hard-working wife, and she has been cooperative, and she has been a part of my success. Thank God for her life and my life too.
In their separate reactions, some friends and families of Eyom Nkemjiaka, including Mr. Ken Michael, his wife Barrister Fortune Michael, and Associate Professor Amaka Akudo, congratulated Mrs. Agord on her new status in the society, expressing hope that the chieftaincy title will spur her to do more charity work for the society, and prayed for more of God's blessings on her and the family.
Actually, culture is you. You need to keep to your culture. Even if you're in America, you are in UK, your culture is your culture. So I'm using this medium to talk to the Igbos all over the world. So they embody their culture. So respect their culture and to love their culture. Love your attire. Don't be shy about your culture.
From Neni, in Anocha Council area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
The people of Oka community in Orumba North local government area have said that nothing is too much to immortalize the late former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Alex Ekwueme, considering what he did for the community. This was the high point of speeches made during the commissioning of Oko Civic Center named after Dr. Alex Ekwueme. Correspondent Ngozi Obileri reports that the event also featured unveiling of the statue of the late elder statesman by Governor Chukwuma Soludo, who also commissioned the Civic Center. Her report.
It was a gathering of who is who in Anambra as Oko people gathered to honor their own and reminisce on the contributions of the late Dr. Ekwueme and his exploits in bringing development to Southeast and Oko community in particular. Commissioning the Civic Center, Governor Soludo regretted that since after the death of the late Dr. Ekwueme, Oko community has not stood up to fill the gap he left, wondering why a community that is blessed with many affluent individuals should be waiting for state government to do everything for them, as against the ideals of the late Dr. Ekwueme. While noting that the Civic Center is gigantic and exquisite, Governor Soludo urged them to immortalize Dr. Ekwueme further by finishing projects he started and tarring some roads in the community.
That's number one.
Speaking at the event, the traditional ruler of Oko and younger brother to the late Dr. Ekwueme, Igwelas Ekwueme, said the move to immortalize the former vice president by the Oko Progressive Union and Ide Memorial Group is an honor well deserved, saying that nothing is too much to compare to his late brother's contributions to the growth and development of their community. The wife of the late Dr. Ekwueme, Dr. Beatrice, said that immortalizing her husband is an honor well deserved, noting that he was a legend who derived joy in seeing his people progress and worked hard to give Oko community a name in their separate species. The outgoing President General, Oko Progressive Union, Mr. Luke Mweke, and the Chairman Organizing Committee of the event, Mr. Handel Okoli, who is also the coordinator, Ide Memorial Group, explained that naming the Civic Center after late Dr. Ekwueme is just the beginning of things they will honor a man whose name is synonymous with their town Oko with, and one who turned their community to semi-urban area single-handedly. They appreciated all who honored the invite and prayed for more blessings upon Anambra and Oko community. From Oko in Orumba North Council area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
And on the foreigners in Kenya is facing a backlash over the visa-free entry policy introduced for all foreigners this month, with some terming it hectic. President William Ruto announced a policy last month to advocate for a visa-free travel within the African continent. Kenyan authorities have since clarified that while the country grants visa-free entry, visitors are needed to apply for electronic travel authorization by submitting documentation and paying a $30 processing fee. The requirement also applies to countries whose citizens previously had unrestricted access to Kenya. By Sunday, Kenya had received more than 9,000 visa applications through the digital platform, authorities said. But some foreigners are now criticizing the government, saying that the new policy has created confusion and made travel to Kenya tougher and costlier. Late Chief Pius Mweke Umadi has been buried in his compound at Adawe, Enuago, Abagana, Njikoka, Lekki Government Area of Anambra State. The funeral ceremony, which began with a mass held at St. Martin's Hilltop Catholic Church, Abagana, attracted members of the deceased family, patrons, friends, and well-wishers of Abagana Catholic community. Among others, Queen Animwogo completes the story.
The officiating priest, Reverend Father Mary Francis Elewachi, whose homily was centered on salvation, emphasized that there is no repentance in the grave and that the only opportunity anyone has to repent for his or her evil deeds is when such a person is still alive. He pointed out that every human being on earth is on a mission equipped with talents and skills by God, which he said everyone will give account of it on the last day.
And every one of us has a tax to pay. We have our talents given to us to work for God and to give accounts of our lives to our great who sent us here on the mission, at the end of our lives.
The special advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on security, Air Vice Marshal Ben Chiobi, explained that his family and the deceased family have very close relationship dating back in the day, and described the deceased as a very principled man who lived to a ripe old age and prayed God to grant his soul a peaceful repose. For Chief Chinedu Umadi and Mrs. Amaka Josiah Okoli, the deceased was their uncle, a complete gentleman, very kind, who served God diligently till death, noting that he will be missed dearly. The first son of the deceased, Mr. Ikechukwu Umadi, and daughters-in-law, Mrs. Uloma and Mrs. Stephanie Umadi, all spoke glowingly about their late father and father-in-law and noted that their late father lived a meaningful and godly life, which they, his children, intend to uphold. They also appreciated the clergy, church, members of Adabwe, Enuagu, Abagana, and many of their guests who graced the occasion, saying their presence helped lessen their grief and prayed God to bless them. Offertory, administration of sacrament of Holy Communion, interment of the deceased body, dance, and condolence visits featured during the ceremony. Queen Anibogo reporting for ABS News.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page, Art ABS Television Orca. Follow us on X, Art ABS Radio TV. And on Instagram, Art ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. A quick recap of our major stories. Governor Soludo has called for more public-private community partnership in infrastructural development. Umuokbo Nene in diaspora have commissioned 10-kilometer perimeter fence around Flora Azikiwe Model Comprehensive Secondary School. Oka community has immortalized late former Vice President Dr. Ekwueme. And on the foreign scene, we told you that charists have criticized the Kenyan government over visa-free entry policy. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the tax ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good morning.